up and close
Well, it's just like if you take your car to the mechanic.
Sue, sit. 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 No, don't take my picture.
Oh, now you're gonna help?
Don't take my picture. Sit down. Sit down.
Well, you can already see that Irving is not barking.
Up there. No.
Well, you have to remember too,
A beagle, you said he had a different voice.
Yeah,
A
he
beagle
does.
is a hound,
yeah, he sounds different.
and they tend toward baying as much as toward barking.
He really just barks if there's somebody at the fence line or someone comes to your
Yeah.
property. But I have other dogs that bark while they're playing, just like Sue does.
he gets, like-
So if he was a barker while he played dog, then they'd both be doing it.
Yeah.
Which thank God he's not that type of barker.
Sue's always been very verbal. He just talks.
He does. He does like a Cookie Crisp sounding like karookie thing in the morning, and he almost like
When you come in the door, he talks. He gets his toy and brings it to the door, and then he talks with the toy in his
He
mouth.
talks to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's
talks
so
to you.
weird.
It's like he wants this conversation. And it doesn't matter if you've gone 10 minutes or
Aw.
10 hours. You get the same greeting when you come back.
oh she saw because I moved the car.
Oh,
like
yeah,
5
that's
feet.
right.
What does it sound like when the dog greets you? Is it woo 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 like that?
It is. It's woo woo woo, but he's
Like
got
an
the toy in
awooga.
his mouth. So it's woo 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 woo.
He's
woo,
like
woo.
woo 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 woo
Yeah.
woo.
It's not a bark at all. The bark is reserved for the dogs.
Because when my Addison, she's a big talker too, when she's telling me, I want to eat my dinner, I'm happy to be eating my dinner or whatever, she's like, woo, 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 woo,
Yeah.
woo, 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 woo.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
definitely
shut
a
up, Addison!
They think you're talking to them.
This is cute, look at this. The tongues, two
They're like,
tongues.
who, us? Did you see them look at each other?
Woo, 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 woo. Okay, Sue's not looking at me. Irving! Irving!
Susie.
Now, one thing I did need to tell you. If you wanted to change his name, that would be your right, but I wouldn't do it right away.
Okay,
Because he's not going to know you're talking to him.
that's true.
If you want to get good responsivity from a dog, if you want him to adjust well, the only thing familiar to him in a new environment is his name when you
That's
think
true.
about it.
But isn't it worse to change it later?
No, you
Should
can
we just
keep...
not change-
I don't think anything's wrong with his name. He's known it for 2 months. But if you hate it,
Yeah.
you know, then it's your right to change his name. But I'll tell you how you change the name. When you're getting ready to do it, let's say you want to name him Peter. You go, Irving Peter. Hey, Irving Peter, Irving Peter, Irving Peter. And you do that for a week or two. And then you drop the Irving
makes
part. And then you
sense.
keep the Peter part.
That makes sense.
But you can't just start calling him something
no,
else
no,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Because people, and I had a couple people do that with dogs that might have required a little bit more of an adjustment. They go, well, the dog didn't work in my home. I go, oh, well, I noticed you changed the name on day 1 too, huh? I wonder if the dog even knew you were talking to it, you know? So I would say any dog that might be a little more sensitive or that has had his name for a longer period of time,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to change his name right away.
Well, that makes sense. I've never changed a name, I don't think, or anything.
No. Well, I remember when we adopted Jasper, we tried out sounds because we had no idea what it meant then.
I remember.
Well, let's say you changed his name from Irving to Sterling.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't really go woo, you
No.
know.
Yeah.
But if you want to call him Peter instead of Irving,
different
Yeah,
that's
that's a whole
that.
different sound,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I like that he does that with them.
He definitely knows his name though, and I did talk to you about he thinks he's in trouble and he won't come. Yeah. So you would want all the tools that you have.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, when you want him to come, I love the way they get up like boxers.
I heard that's the best sign of 2 dogs.
Really?
getting along is if they stand up and do that, because it's like what they do in the wild. It's like they're
Huh.
play fighting.
Interesting.
But that could be wrong.
No, well, and it could be right too.
Well, I think it's how they bond.
It
The
shows
play
like a
fighting is
level
how
of
they bond.
comfort is the way I understood
Yeah.
it. Like, that or you're gonna murder each other, but they look
No.
I think there would be teeth involved if they
No,
were
Irving
serious
doesn't
about it.
have. But this is enough to show your boyfriend, right?
yeah.